Hey everyone! So today I wanted to do a little type of review again, try this out because I wasn't really happy with the last one, but I do want to talk about this book a bit, and that is Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I absolutely loved this book. It is a story about people from 3 different kingdoms in the land of Mittica. You've got the northern kingdom of Limeros, you get the middle kingdom of Pelsia, and the southern kingdom of Aranos. And Aranos is the most wealthy of the kingdom. It's nice and southern and it's got a lot of sun, so it gets to grow a lot of food. The northern is kind of cold and a little frigid, and they do okay for themselves. It's the middle country, Pelsia, that really is not doing that good. It's really where a lot of the lower class citizens of Mittica live, and they are dependent upon Aranos for food because of past wars. So they are not allowed to grow their own food because what viable earth they have to grow grapes for vineyards and stuff. So that kind of sucks. So there's a lot of oppression in places. The top of this book says it's perfect for fans of Game of Thrones, and I have to agree, it does give that vibe of it. Just the whole... One thing I really liked about this book was, as I'm reading through the different perspectives of the characters from different kingdoms, I think, oh, I'm gonna side with this group because the other groups are being butts, but then these guys are being butts too, and I don't know who to root for. This is just crazy. Like, every kingdom has their flaws and maybe some redeeming points, I don't know. But that was something I really liked, the fact that I didn't know who to root for outright, because you didn't know what was going to happen in this kingdom or another, or who was going to be a butthead. Like, the southern kingdom's a little overbearing over their northern parts, but at the same time, the northern kingdom, they can be a little cruel as well, going on witch hunts and stuff. And then in the middle kingdom, everyone lives poorly except for the chief of the kingdom because, you know, he taxes people ridiculously. There's no siding with anyone, really. You're just along for the ride. Another thing I noticed with this book is that a lot of descriptors when it comes to characterization have to do with age. I noticed that when describing themselves compared to others, they talk about, oh, he's only like 2 years older than me, or he's a year younger, or I'm 16, he's 17. And I thought that was really odd because they're all teenagers anyway, except for like the king and the watchers and stuff. But yeah, they're all like basically teenagers, so I didn't really think that that was a necessary thing because there's not really much difference between like 16, 17, 18, really. So they're all teenagers. So in this book, it does deal with the controversy over the different kingdoms. People are not happy with the way they are living and want to change that. So there are alliances that are made and there's plots to overthrow the other kingdom, and it's just fun. There is a bit of a side plot that has to do with refinding magic again. Finding the elemental magic which has been lost to these lands because of a previous goddess and her sister's mistakes and stuff. So that has got to do a lot with how poorly the situations are in the kingdoms. They do attribute that a lot to losing that magic, what that means for Mittica and the other realms as a whole. Another thing I liked about this book is that each chapter, it would tell you where exactly this chapter is taking place. So in this case, chapter 9 is in Aranos. So you don't get that confused about where you are in the world. I did do a lot of flipping back and forth because they do give you character lists from each of the kingdoms. Basically, these are all the characters that are mentioned that play any part, really. And I found myself flipping back and forth between them in the beginning a lot just to figure out who's who, but after a while it didn't really need this. I got it. Thanks. This is easily my favorite fantasy read of this year so far. I haven't finished Final Empire yet, so I'm not going to give my basis on that. But this was even better than Queen of the Tearling. I did rate this a 5 out of 5 stars, and I definitely will be picking up Rebel Spring pretty soon. I might do so after Final Empire. Ooh, that's a much more detailed map. We get to know things about things. Anyway, if you've read Fallen Kingdoms, please let me know what you thought in the comments below. I love to chat about it with more spoilery discussion, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!